We need to invest in local businesses to help keep more of these dollars multiplying locally. And I'll use the example of Northrim Bank in this, and I really do feel proud to work for a local company, because as you as customers make deposits into our bank, we return them back to you in the form of loans that really do help businesses with the working capital they need to be successful and buy those assets that they want to trade in buildings and other equipment. And so what you do when you invest in a local bank is this money is returned and vetted through a decisioning process, and business decisions are made. But when you invest in, say, a large out-of-state bank that may have excess deposits here, they may shift those deposits to another state or another market where they need those funds, or maybe they invest more in stocks and bonds and risky financial derivatives that we've seen some of the larger national banks get involved in, and that doesn't help Alaska's economy. So this is really true for any service. I think healthcare is another great example, where as we've grown as a state, we've been able to provide more of these important health services right here locally, and creates construction jobs and healthcare jobs here in our state. And we reach an economies of scale that the dollars stay here locally and multiply. So we have to fight hard for all that new money. I know every time we buy a car or a computer or a television, that's something produced somewhere else, and that's money leaking out of Alaska. So what do we do to attract the new money here? We have to get these companies to invest in large resource development projects that bring in billions of dollars. And once that money comes in, we have to keep it here by working with local companies. And so the last 2 points really tie to that, is that we need to maintain a stable tax and regulatory environment that will attract this type of investment, because these companies are often making 10, 20, 30-year decisions, like Dan will talk about on the gas line. So we want to make sure that it's a stable environment, so they're making good risk-based decisions over the long term, and we know that we're a good business partner as a state. And at the same time, we can invest these extra revenues that we have in things like energy and infrastructure and technology, so that we can be globally competitive. We often pride ourselves at our location, whether it's military or cargo shipping in the world, but that means we're part of a very hyper-competitive global economy, and so we need to make sure that we're prepared to compete and be cost-effective for these international companies to invest in.